Welcome back, YouTube friends. I see the news has been news. I mean Smokey Robinson THO slash at 85. I have heard it all now. All that hip thrusting he be doing. I can't y'all. Why did Smokey Robinson bring a ladder to the Miracles concert? He wanted to take his music to new heights. Why did Smokey Robinson go to the doctor? He had a bad case of the tracks. Every time he sang, he got a hit. What did Smokey Robinson say to the bartender? You've got to have faith, faith in your poor size. Why did Smokey Robinson start a garden? He wanted to grow some quiet storm, weathered plants. What do you call Smokey Robinson's new exercise routine? Shop around for a good workout.
Smokey Robinson is still making hits at 83, and so are his lawyers with all the copyright lawsuits. Smokey Robinson's age is just a number, and that number is legendary. Smokey Robinson's 83 and still smooth like his music. Guess that's what happens when you're a Smokey, you're simply divine Robinson. Breaking news, Smokey Robinson's secret to staying young? Singing, "Oh Baby Baby," every morning in the mirror. Smokey Robinson's at 83 and still making music that tracks the times. Mainly because he's been around longer than most trends.
John Harris, an attorney for the plaintiffs, on Tuesday said during a news conference that the women, referred to in the filing as Jane Doe's 1 to 4, decided to sue to stand up for their rights, as well as the rights of other women. Harris added that the 4 plaintiffs want and demand justice for themselves, and that the filing of the lawsuit is the first step of their journey to achieve that objective. One of the Jane Does alleges she was assaulted at least 7 times between 2023 and 2024 while she worked as a housekeeper at Robinson's residence in the LA neighborhood of Chatsworth. The complaint alleges the assaults often took place on Saturdays after Robinson would take his wife to the nail salon and would rush home, knowing that he would be home alone with the plaintiff. Jane Doe 2 accuses Robinson of raping or assaulting her at his home in Chatsworth on at least 23 occasions between 2016 and 2020, while she was employed there as a housekeeper. The complaint states Robinson would summon her to either the laundry room or garage where there were no cameras before the alleged assaults would take place. The third Jane Doe alleges Robinson repeatedly harassed, assaulted, and raped her throughout most of her employment as a housekeeper in Robinson's Chatsworth home between 2012 and 2024. She alleges in the complaint that he her at least 20 times. The complaint alleges that on one occasion, when the plaintiff resisted his advances, Robinson offered her $500 to allow him to orally copulate her, an offer she refused. Jane Doe 4 is identified as a former housekeeper who was also his wife's personal assistant, cook, and hairdresser between 2006 and 2024. Jane Doe 4 alleges that Robinson also raped her at his Chatsworth and Bell Canyon homes. The complaint states that the plaintiffs did not consent to defendant Smokey Robinson's contact or touching and suffered severe emotional distress as a result of the repeated assaults. They are seeking at least $50 million in damages, as well as punitive damages to be determined at trial. Smokey Robinson, 85, is a singer, songwriter, and record producer whose career as a leading voice in Motown and R&B began in the 1960s. He is best known for songs including "You've Really Got a Hold on Me," "I Second That Emotion," and "Tears of a Clown" that he released with his first group, The Miracles. He's also written songs for artists including Marvin Gaye, The Temptations, and many others, and served as the vice president of Motown Records. Smokey Robinson was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987 and was recognized by the Recording Academy with a Lifetime Achievement Award in 1999.